What I'm doing this morning, I've had this old muzzle loader for probably almost 50 years. I bought it, it's a 45 caliber cap and ball or muzzle loader, whatever you want to call it. I bought it actually in Michigan. Susie and I were there when we were young. I was doing some work up there. Bought it there, and I didn't ever use it much, but it's a good, it's a primitive weapon. The last time I went deer hunting, that's what I used, was this. But anyway, what happened several years ago, or a few years ago, when I put the lead ball in it to load it, I put too heavy of a patch, or a double patch in it, and I stuck the ball in the barrel here. And for a long time I couldn't get it out. And I finally found a thing online. It's a little accessory that'll screw on. This is a ramrod that goes with the gun. There's an accessory with that screws into this, and it's got a self-tapping screw. And you run it in there and put some pressure on it and thread it into the lead ball, and it gets a good hold, and you can jerk that ball out of there. And it worked. I was afraid it wouldn't work, but it did. And but anyway, it was pretty nasty, and you can see the wood is needing some refinishing. This is the underside of the barrel, goes on the bottom of the barrel. I don't know that I'll ever use it again, but it's a pretty good backup weapon for hunting if you've got the patience. You really have to set up because the range is not far off. This is only a 45. A lot of people want a 50, but it'll do the trick at about 100 yards. It's real accurate at 100 yards. But anyway, what I'm doing today, I finally finished cleaning it up inside. I don't, the barrel's not refinished or anything. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just want to get it ready to operate, and I'm going to put it back together. And basically, this is how it goes. And you just start putting the screws together. And if I can find the right ones. It's been a long time since I took it apart. Here's the trigger. I think that right there is the right screw for the trigger, and hold the stock together. But what I need to do, I really cleaned it good, I think. But when I get ready to test fire it, I'm going to mount it in this vise here, protect it with some rags, and I'll tie a string on it and get around the corner in case this thing backfires. And you put a firing cap goes on this little tip. That screws in there, and your firing cap goes on that tip right there, and it ignites the powder and the ball. I won't use a ball the first time. I just want to try the powder to make sure it's going to fire correctly, and then if that works out okay, then I'll put a ball and try that. But anyway, that's about what I'm doing. with this. I really like this weapon, but it is primitive. It's nothing like modern weapons, but it kind of gives you the feel of what it was like a long time ago. Firing these, it doesn't have much kick to it, because it's a pretty heavy rifle. I don't know what it weighs. I've never have weighed it, but you know, to carry it around a lot, and the way I hunted with it, it's not a sporting thing. I climb up in a tree. Those deer don't, most of the time they don't look up. And I went up in the mountains, and I sat and watched a lot of deer. I was about 15 feet off the ground in a tree, and I sat up there and watched a lot of deer come through the meadow. I was by a meadow with just a line of tree. Well, the forest was all around and just a little meadow out there, a natural meadow. And I'd scouted it ahead of time, watched their tracks, how they come in and how they go out, and sat up there and watched them for a long time before I chose one. And it's good for, like I say, about 100 yards. And it's not, I don't look at it as sport. It's if you need the food. I don't know if I'll ever do it again anymore, but I want to have it available if I need to, you know, for, it's kind of a backup. You know, I don't have anything else really. I've got a shotgun and a 22 for deer hunting. But that's basically what I'm doing today. It's so long, I just about forgot how to put it back together. Well, I got it pretty much put back together. I need a couple of new screws, one for here and one for up there. All this does is hold the ramrod in when you're so I'll just have to run to town and take one of the screws out of this bottom and get some new ones, and then I'll test fire it, and if it seems like it's going to be okay, I'll probably take it back apart and refinish it, re-blue the barrel and clean up the brass on it, but get it ready where I can use it if I want to. It's a pretty good weapon, and
I asked Bill, did you put an N on that video? He said, I don't think I did. So here's the end of it. Here's our rifle. When we was younger, we went and target practice with this a lot, and it was so fun because it don't kick. And anyway, that's our old rifle. So thanks for watching from Out West Homestead. Bye.